Hello again, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about High Life by Claire Denis. This is a film made a few years ago, starring Robert Pattinson mainly. Juliette Binoche's in it a lot, and a bunch of other people who you barely see. It's a space movie, but a space movie done in the style of something much more tied to something like Dark Star, you know, where the effects don't matter as much as the ideas involved in it that matter more than the effects. Where, you know, the effects are done to be old-fashioned and clunky. It's a used future. Like, everything you see, like, starts off looking a bit low budget and then gets worn down by time to become like stuff you know, people would wear if they don't have any money. You know, it's that thing where people are wearing t-shirts with holes in them and everything else. So it's like, so it starts out, the clothes look bad, but because there is a kind of poor environment, and then it becomes even poorer as the time goes on. And it jumps back and forward in time, but it always takes place in this one spaceship. It's kind of a, you know, rectangular spaceship that just floats through the stars. On board are criminals who have been given this way to serve their time. Rather than serving their time in prison, they can go into space and do these things for the government to actually make their lives mean something. They're told if they do this thing, get home, they can come home, but that's not going to happen. I mean, already you find it fairly early on, they're not going home. There's nothing in the world that wants them home. It's like, it's just not going to happen. Plus they're going so far, they're travelling so fast that time's going at different speed at Earth, so there's going to be hundreds of years passing on Earth for what is very short time passing for them. So it becomes a kind of case of, how do you survive when you don't have any real hope? But you're still following orders, you're still following directions from the people. In these prisons, the captain has to write down what happened every day to justify keeping the life support on, to keeping the ship functioning. So if you have a day when that doesn't happen, they'll turn off all the life support, so they have to keep doing stuff, so they have to keep busy and keep motivated. So basically they experiment on the way towards a black hole to do an experiment. But on the way to the black hole, they're doing these experiments to see if you can actually have people conceive in space and actually bring yourself to bring a woman full term and actually have a baby born in space, and a healthy baby and all of that in low gravity. So that's the experiment Juliette Binoche is doing. She's also a criminal. So this is her chance at redemption, and she's manipulating everybody to try and basically find out this function. You find out as you go on that she killed her family. One day she went mad and killed her family, so of course she's a doctor, this is her chance at redemption. Robert Pattinson's character, this is a central character, killed his friend over a dog at one point. So it's a lot of people who made horrible mistakes. They are criminals. There's not any waving around that. They're criminals. They did something bad. They have to be punished. It's not like it's anything beyond that. You also find that most of them were working class, so most of them were poor, working poor. So they're being manipulated by the government. There's the stuff they've thrown out to do this job that no one else wants to do. The people no one wants, really. So by making these mistakes, they can get manipulated and do these jobs for them. So you're going through time. It starts off with Robert Pattinson and a baby, so you can tell the experiment worked. The baby was born, and he's the only person left the ship at that point. He's trying to work with this baby and try and keep it healthy and keep the jobs going. Then you flash back and see how it happened. Like, you see the full crew and how they died bit by bit, and what was the downfall of the experiment. And that's kind of the story. And then at a certain point you go back to, then you basically go to the future where you see Robert Pattinson and a child who's now grown up, who's about 14, 15, and him trying to make sure she understands that they're not going home, there's nowhere to go, they're stuck here. And he's trying to deal with her, and he's trying to work out what to do with his life and what's his function. So it becomes this existential thing constantly, is what's your function in life? What's your reason for living? Is there a reason beyond just basic survival? What's going on in your head? Because through the middle part you find out that Pattinson's character has a very monk-like existence. He stays away from women, he stays away from everybody. He is trying to keep himself a distance from everybody. He's emotionally distant, he's damaged in some way you never can quite figure out. But compared to some of the other ones, he's fairly decent. He's not horrible, but he is a criminal, so he's like, there's good side and bad side to him. But he does take care of this baby, and he is trying to do his best under terrible circumstances. And as the story goes on, you can tell he's learned how to survive. He keeps the thing going to keep hope alive with his baby being born. He doesn't send stuff back to him, the baby has been born, but nothing ever comes back to him, obviously, so he's just trying to figure out what to do. And that's basically the story. It's an existential story of how do you survive in space. And what's beautiful about it is about space travel, how hard space travel would be, how demotivating, how it's not for the weak-minded, it's not for anybody with emotional problems, because people fall apart on this ship because they have emotional problems. They're on drugs most of the time, but even then those drugs don't take away some of the worst instincts. So when one of the characters is a rapist, and he will not stop that. He's always got that instinct no matter what. And even though they've only these criminals are kept at a distance from each other, they are paranoid of each other, they all know each other are dodgy, and it's no one trusts anybody. There's just a lack of trust, and it's kind of a look at humanity without any trust, without any social graces, you know, stripped down to the most basic of, I know exactly what you are at your worst, and how do you build from that. And then the Robert Pattinson character is the one who's kind of built from a little bit and tries to be better than what he was, tries to have a function. There's a few other characters are trying to have a function as well, so it's like, do you just fall to nothing, or do you try and, even if it's an absurd function, do you try and keep to that, to try and give yourself some motivation to keep going, even if you're depressed? And it's a very beautiful film. It's a really wonderful film. It's very nice seeing a director like Claire Denis take a sci-fi idea and run with it and try and take it seriously. Even though she doesn't have that much money for the budget, she uses the flaws to her advantage. Like, not having money means you actually focus on the characters and focus on people and movement rather than people try to blow something up. It becomes a story about how people survive after the disaster rather than during it. And it's about compromising the people who have made bad decisions. It's just a wonderful film. I highly recommend it. It's so beautiful. I haven't given away the ending yet. The ending is beautiful and very haunting, and it is a wonderful film. I'd highly recommend seeing it. It's just wonderful. It's really terrific. I've been meaning to see it for a while, and I was glad I waited because I saw it in very good conditions and it was just beautiful. So, see High Life. It's wonderful. It's definitely one of the top sci-fi movies of the last few years. Because it's a sci-fi movie, it's not an action movie with a few sci-fi trappings, it's an actual sci-fi movie. It's about science and implications of science. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon with another one. Bye for now.